I rip into that stuff and it's like that little bit of loose isn't even there. Oh yeah, I love that front tire of the Anakee Wilds. Wow, that was my first time in Anakees on the BMW. Oh, they're good. They're real good. Get you some Anakee Wilds, put some earplugs in, and ride the piss out of them. Guys, here we go today. It's February 17th, 49 degrees out. We're out testing out some new tires. We have on the Anakee Wilds. They're my favorite tires from the past. I think I've had them on my Super Tenere. These particular tires I actually ordered with the Pan America. Only thing is the Pan America didn't last long enough to ever necessitate putting them on. I did change one tire out on the Pan America down in Southern California on a ride shortly after it blew the engine. Real bummer, that bike was. But it's good to be in a new pair of old shoes. I love these Anakee Wilds. They're a little squishy right now. Like I said, they're brand new. If I haven't thrown a picture up by now, I'll do it here. Now something about the Anakee Wilds, they got a real rounded profile. When they're brand new, it's kind of odd riding with no hands because they seem to wander a little. That extra rubber on them, it makes them feel a little squirrely right off the bat, but like, you know, one or two rides into them, they're just flat out amazing tires. They're awesome on dirt roads. Like I had the Crew 3s on before. Those Crew 3s, they had that curved profile all the way through, and then that tread is really wide blocks. So what happens with those, it seems to me like when you're on gravel and you hit those little lines or grooves or tire ruts made by cars, those Crew 3s really bounce back and forth. A big advantage of these Anakee Wilds is that tread pattern. It's got multiple blocks all the way across, and it doesn't really skip around quite like those do. Not to mention in the mud, the broke up pattern that's more of a knobby, I guess, doesn't really like try to give out on you in the mud holes. I mean, it still will, but it seems to be better. But at this real slow speed on pavement, you can really feel the gooiness of those Anakee Wilds. I mean, it feels like there's a little snot under you. I've rode these Anakee Wilds on my Super Tenere. I think I've got probably at least 50,000 miles on Anakee Wilds. They're loud, super noisy. I wish they weren't so loud, but at the same time, like the area I live in, you come out and you can see all the gravel and the dirt that gets pushed out into the road. And on 80/20 tires or less knobby type tires, you'll come out into a corner, anything like this. I don't know if you can see the little bit of dirt built up in the center lane, and you want to hit a corner like that, you know, and gas into it. You instantly lose your confidence. And with the Anakee Wilds, they got the perfect amount of give. Those square knobby tread block patterns. Test it out for yourself. I suggest you be cautious, but man, I rip into that stuff and it's like that little bit of loose isn't even there. But before we go out and find us some desert, we're gonna stop and grab a sandwich. Take that with us. Have a little picnic. Oh yeah, I love that front tire of the Anakee Wild. Wow, that's my first time in Anakees on the BMW. Oh, they're good. They are real good. Well guys, we got a sandwich, brand new tires on. Now we just gotta find that desert. It's usually not too hard to find. Oh, these tires are so good. I have no idea if Michelin just got lucky There was a lot of R&D that went into these, but these are hands down the best tires I've ever ridden on. I know everybody won't agree with me. A lot of people don't like the noise on the highway, and there's plenty of highway in Nevada. I know exactly what you're talking about, and I don't love it either. But these are hands down the best tires. It just feels like, even on the BMW, which I'm not positive, but I think that the wheelbase is slightly shorter than the Pan America in length. So the BMW kind of squirrels around a little more than the Pan America did. And then my Super Tenere also, it was a little longer. The profile of these tires seems to make all the difference in the world. The center section of the profile is quick and easy, and then when you hit that outer section of the profile, it starts to slow down. I can only assume that, like, maybe that tire's curved more in the center, and then once you get past that 20%, 30% mark, it starts to slow down a little. I don't know. Get you some Anakee Wilds, put some earplugs in, and ride the piss out of them. Just tell me what you think. Oh, wow. Oh, I want to light these tires up real bad. But I'm going to try to give them a day. I'm going to try to give them one day. Just to harden up a little bit before we smoke all the tread off them. Well, here's our first dirt road on the Anakee Wilds on the 2022 BMW GSA. Well, guys, I ain't trying to encourage you to buy one thing or another. You get what you want, you get what feels right. But what I can tell you is, I know that on my BMW GSA, I will have Anakee Wilds on it from now and until you can't get them anymore. Well, we might be able to make it a little further than JP's mud bog. We'll see how this goes. So far, so good. Oh man, I was getting a phone call. Now I'm stuck in the rut. And I think we're out. Oh yeah. That one looks muddy. Looks like this might get that way too. Oh, I can't say no. Oh, that is cool. was the old Elko radio station. That truck's seen better days. Well, here's our first ride on the Anakee Wilds. Alright, here we are, Elko Mountain, headed to back down. Thanks for joining me on the ADV ride. The first ride on the new Anakee Wild tires. I know where this is going. We're back to JP's mud bog. We'll do our best to try and stay out of JP's rut. Well guys, we did it. We found the desert on the Anakee Wilds.